What is up, gamers? This video, I'm gonna give my reaction to the Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor 2 fight. So I didn't actually watch the pay-per-view, but I was able to go back and watch some really bad quality footage of the fight. As someone who actually does have some mixed martial arts experience, yeah, I know. Well, chill out, guys. I'm a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, but chill out. No, but in all honesty, the fight was not as intense as I feel like a lot of people made it seem. From someone who actually watched it, it wasn't like the best quality fight. I mean, obviously both people are really skilled at what they do, considering Conor McGregor is like a three-time world champion, and Dustin Poirier is like one of the better fighters, I think, in the lightweight division. I think that's the division they fight in right now. But to start out, they both had like they were both really reaching on their punches. They're both overextended out of the frame of their body. I think they were both kind of just excited, especially Conor being his first time back in however long it's been. I think it's been 2 or 3 years. So they just wanted to put on a good show, so they're kind of doing more than what was really required, because I didn't really think their technique in terms of boxing or kickboxing was that good to begin with. Except for Dustin Poirier in the second round. He definitely came out way more crisp. He was actually landing combinations and stuff. So then what else happened? And then later on in the first round, Dustin Poirier goes for a takedown attempt, takes him down, but they stand up right away. They're in the clinch for about a minute. Some more overextending. In terms of who was reaching more, it was definitely Conor. I just think it was his first time back, and he was probably really excited, or maybe nervous almost. So he was just really trying to connect on something. I've seen other fights from I don't want to say back in the day, because this isn't that long ago we're talking about, but I mean, just really realistically, any of his other fights, he actually has really good form in terms of boxing and stuff. He's one of those dudes who you don't want to stand up against. If you can, you want to take him down and work on the ground. But I don't know, or maybe it was how much muscle he put on. He looked really big, but maybe it was it was slowing him down. He couldn't really use the same technique as before. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously I think he's still skilled, and I think maybe against someone else, the strategy he was trying to implement would work. But I don't know, Poirier in that second round, another thing was the leg kicks. Obviously, I've always said, as someone who knows about MMA stuff and watches fights occasionally, I'm not into it as much as I used to, but that's because I don't do it anymore. But one of the most underrated things you can do in any fight is just leg kicks, because it takes away all your power from your punches. If you can't stand on, because the whole idea of throwing a punch is you put the weight behind your leg that's planted. So if you're taking out the strong leg by just kicking it over and over and over, it's going to result in you probably ultimately winning the fight, because they're not going to be able to stop takedowns because their legs sore. They're not going to be able to throw good punches effectively because they can't actually put a good stance up. And I mean, I guess technically if you went to submit someone, maybe they'd tap faster, but just overall it's going to lead to not only you getting points on the scorecard, because it counts as I don't think it counts as a significant strike unless it's maybe if it's really loud. I don't know how judges score things like that, but it's going to take its time over the course of a fight, especially since we're not talking about a fucking high school lunch fight that lasts 20 seconds. This is a fight that's going to last the course of 20-25 minutes. You're going to feel that over time. But it's not to say that Conor looked bad. In terms of when Poirier landed that combination at the end to knock him out, he actually Conor, if you've seen, he actually had really good head movement. He dodged most of the punches he threw at him. But I just think he changed something up in the second part or no, sorry, in the second round after like, the initial first round of the fight where he knew what he wanted to do and he ended up just landing a good combination. I really think that's all it was. And I definitely think the leg kicks helped him too. But overall, I know a lot of people are saying Conor McGregor's washed and stuff. I don't know if it's necessarily he's washed. I think he was just anxious and like maybe a little like overexcited maybe. I think he just wanted to put on a good performance for the fans, and it ultimately led with him not having as crisp or good of technique as he's previously had. I also think maybe putting on that much muscle mass had something to do with it too. He obviously looks way bigger than he used to. He might not be comfortable fighting at that. It's the same weight, but it's a difference because everyone knows muscle's heavier than fat. So maybe he actually feels like slower maybe when he swings punches. I don't know. I'm not his trainer. Obviously, I can only speculate based on what I saw. Um, I guess in terms of entertainment, obviously someone got knocked out. That's always entertaining. You don't want to see people just fucking hump each other on the ground for 20 minutes. No one likes that. Um, but I don't. It was an okay fight. Poirier definitely looked impressive in the second round. It's definitely someone like who I could see contending for a championship, if not becoming the champion at some point. Um, and in terms of Jake Paul, I honestly just really wish he'd shut up at this point. He just always has something to say. It's really annoying. Um, Trying to compare Nate Robinson to someone who's actually a professional fighter, world champion, is fucking stupid. Um, Obviously, I think Jake weighs like 30 or 40 pounds more. I don't know. I think they're around the same height, but it's just dumb to even like try to like speculate if he'd win or not. It's fucking stupid. A fight like that would be so dumb. He's gonna get knocked out in like 10 seconds if it were a real fight. It's just so stupid. Honestly, I'm just really over him. I mean, he fucking gets humbled by YouTube after he gets demonetized and all this other stuff, and like basically doesn't even really have a channel anymore. His channel now is just fucking interviewing porn stars and shit like that. I think I don't know. I don't watch his videos because I'm not 12, but it's just crazy how like you can get humbled so hard. I mean, it wasn't more than a couple months ago. He was on his brother's podcast crying about how like literally crying. I mean, you can watch the thing, and I mean, hey, if you cry, feel free, dude. But it's just I don't get how you can go from being that like you're so arrogant and you're so up your own ass. You get super humbled and you're like, all right, fuck, I need to start over. And the extra, like for a while, I was rooting for him. As crazy as that sounds, I'm like, all right, dude, go ahead. I hope everything does work out. But then the second you get any type of success, you just turn right back into a leech. Like, sorry, I had to cut part of the video off because background noise. Because anyway, yeah, I guess I'll leave it with saying, Jake Paul, get some help, bro. It's not normal to always try to look for attention, especially if it's negative attention. Um, like, yeah, get help for your mental health, because, I think you need it. And, that's it, guys. This is my opinion on it. I know I'm, quite a genius, but take it at, whatever you will. Um, Obviously I've been uploading more. Um, I'd like to get some more subscribers on the channel. I still feel like our subscriber thing's really low, so gotta share it with whoever. Feel free, as long as they're not a convicted sex offender. And yeah, that's about it. Later, guys.